So I recently read this advice that cleaning up your room can improve your life. And I was like, how is that supposed to help, right? Is this like some esoteric guru stuff, where they promise you something? Oh, you just have to think about it and then it's going to happen, which is very misleading, by the way. So you have that a lot on YouTube, these happiness and self-help gurus. Like, that's a different topic. Maybe we can make another video about that. But I was just thinking, does this make sense? And then I was like reading on, and then it said, okay, you kind of have to look around in your room. Okay. And then you have to see what strikes you as annoying. And then you should go and fix it. I was like, okay, well, I mean, that makes sense to some extent. But how does this transfer to something like coding? Well, the answer is actually quite easy. So when you have a code base, you just look at it, and instead of being overwhelmed by like everything, maybe it's written in a totally weird way and it doesn't make any sense, and maybe it's spaghetti code, there's no tests, and it's just a pain, instead of directly starting to change everything, just look through the code base and see what strikes you as annoying. So for example, there's too many tests in one file, or there's no given, when, and then annotation in tests, like something like that, some small things. And then start and fix them, So for example, just take like, half of the tests out and paste them into some other file and commit that, and then see that it still works. And so you can basically step by step refactor things. And that is like how you can improve a code base. And that is like how you do refactoring, right? Small steps. But it not only applies to refactoring, but to software engineering in general. So just look at like whatever you're doing in your life cycle, from the requirements elicitation, grooming and estimations, implementations, testing, and think about what is actually inefficient, like what can I change? And then just try to change the smallest possible thing that could create an improvement. And I think this little metaphor, although I find it a little bit silly and childish, like there's a true core to it, I would say, but still it's a silly way of explaining it. Obviously, right? Too esoteric. So get into the habit of like analyzing what kind of looks off, and then step by step fix it. It's kind of obvious, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? But the thing is, common sense is not common practice. So, what oftentimes happens is people get this code base and they're like, okay, I'm just going to add more stuff to it. So it's already messy, so I'm just going to make it even messier. I'm going to add more and more stuff instead of, just changing a little bit or trying to leave it in a better state than before. Yeah, so that's my take on cleaning your room when it comes to software engineering. I think kind of like a childish comparison. There's maybe some truth to it, but overall, this article was kind of more like esoteric. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. What do you think about these types of advice? Let me know in the comments below. Also, you can reach out to me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @productioncoder. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.